Imagine growing up in a world where who you love or how you identify clashes with the religion you raised in. Sounds like a movie, right? Well, it is. It's real life for millions of people. But before we dive into the stories, let's define some key terms. According to the American Psychological Association, gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, expressions, and identities of girls, women, boys, men, and gender diverse people. It is different from biological sex, which is assigned at birth based on physical anatomy. Meanwhile, sexuality or sexual orientation refers to a person's enduring emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to others. According to the Human Rights Campaign, while these aspects of identity may seem personal, they are often deeply influenced by cultural and religious beliefs. Schnabel et al. Argue that religion has historically shaped the social norms around gender and sexuality, reinforcing binary roles and heteronormativity. Religion doesn't just shape personal identities, it shapes laws, traditions, and entire cultures. In many communities, religious teachings dictate what is considered normal in terms of gender and sexuality, often including or marginalizing those who don't fit traditional norms. Lagursky and Hiker discuss how Mormon mixed sexuality marriages, where one partner identifies as LGBTQ+, illustrate the tension between religious expectations and personal identity, often leading to psychological distress and familial conflict. Following the head highlights that in vulnerable research settings, LGBTQ+ individuals navigate faith and sexuality through alternative interpretations of religious doctrine, underground support networks, or even leaving their faith entirely. Matlur explains that in Turkey, under the AKP regime, religious nationalism has reinforced traditional gender roles, limiting visibility and rights for queer individuals. This isn't just about faith, it's about power. But this isn't just an issue in one religion or one country, it's a global phenomenon. As Schnabel et al. Put it, religious institutions often serve as gatekeepers of heteronormativity, using theological doctrines to justify gender and sexual hierarchies. According to a 2020 UN Human Rights Office report, over 70 countries criminalize same-sex relationships, many citing religious justification. This shows how religious doctrines often define what is considered normal in terms of gender and sexuality. Section 1. Forbidden love and religious constraints.
Hello, Esty. My father just died. I want you to give me my freedom. We need to stop this.
Take Disobedience, for example, a beautifully tragic story about two women in an Occidental Jewish community. They love each other, but their faith dictates that love like theirs isn't just taboo, it's forbidden. Show a quote from Schnabel et al. Many religious traditions explicitly frame same-sex relationships as immoral, creating institutional and personal conflicts for LGBTQ+ individuals. Study by the Pew Research Center found that in countries where religion plays a dominant role in governance, attitudes toward LGBTQ+ rights are significantly more restrictive, highlighting the institutional enforcement of gender norms. For centuries, religious institutions has controlled narratives around gender and sexuality. According to the Matlur, in Turkey, under the AKP regime, religious nationalism has reinforced the traditional gender roles, limiting visibility and rights for queer individuals. This isn't just about faith, it's about power. Section 2. Gender identity vs. religious identity. Now let's talk about the Danish girl.
Con amor,
Chamada.
c'est une lesbienne.
a film that brings to life the story of Lily Albert, one of the first known receptions of gender-affirming surgery. Lagursky and Hiker write that trans individuals in conservative religious settings often experience cognitive dissonance, torn between their faith and their gender identity. The World Health Organization removed gender incongruence from its list of mental disorders. Yet many religious doctrines still view non-binary or transgender identities as unnatural. For many transgender individuals within strict religious communities, faith becomes both a source of identity and a source of pain. According to Following the Heart, some individuals navigate this conflict by finding alternative interpretation of scripture or joining affirming religious spaces. Section 3. Music as rebellion and expression. But sometimes music fights back. Take Madonna's Like a Prayer. The song and its music video blended Catholic imagery with themes of sexuality and racial justice. And it wasn't just controversial, it was banned by the weekend. Matlur staged popular culture service as a battleground where religious values and queer identities collide. Activism as ethical practice suggests that music and art serve as both a spiritual refuge and a form of resistance for LGBTQ+ individuals in conservative societies. Or look at Lady Gaga's Born This Way, an anthem that tells the world, God makes no mistakes. Many LGBTQ+ people have found solace in music, using it as a form of spiritual rebellion. According to the Schnabel et al., younger generations are increasingly changing traditional religious teachings on gender and sexuality, using media and activism to advocate for inclusivity. Section 4. Activism and Change. But here's the thing. Change is happening. In India, queer activism is reshaping religious narratives, activism as ethical practice, queer politics in contemporary India. In the US, some churches are becoming LGBTQ+ affirming. The conversation isn't over, it's just beginning. According to the Schnabel et al., modern religious movements are witnessing a rise in LGBTQ+ affirming theology, challenging traditionalist interpretations. If you love my program, please subscribe, like, and share.